Well, hello there, my most amazing artist. So, I know it looks a little weird. You see me right here, but who's that lady standing in class with you? Oh, right. That's me too. Well, today we are going to be starting our very first project of the year, and we are going to be making a sculpture. Now, if you don't already know what a sculpture is an artwork that is three-dimensional. And three-dimensional means that it is not flat. So a piece of paper, it's very flat, and we often will draw on that. But a sculpture is something that sticks up above the table or comes off the wall or even stands all by itself. That might be a statue or some other kind of amazing artwork that is not flat. So we are going to be creating an artwork today based off of the book, The Dot, that we just read. Now, we are going to start with a big black circle, like a big dot. And we are going to be using lots of colored strips of paper, just like this, to create a wonderful sculpture on our dot. Now, how do we do this? Well, let's talk about it. The first thing that we always do is write our names. So let's do that now. All right, so on your artwork, on your black circle, what I want you to do is I want you to grab a pencil and I want you to write your name. Write it nice and neatly. So I'm writing Mrs. Gleiser. Don't write Mrs. Gleiser, that's not your name. Write your name, and then we're going to put our pencil away because we no longer need it. After we've written our name, we are going to flip our paper over so our name is on the back because we don't want to cover it up. And we are going to get all of our materials ready. So the materials that we need is our black circle, some colored strips of paper, our container of glue that looks just like this that we are going to share with everybody sitting at our table. Now, we want to be careful with this glue. We don't want to tip this over. So it is going to sit in the middle of your table where everyone can reach it. And then we're not going to pick it up again. The other thing you're going to need is a small paintbrush. Now we're going to need a paintbrush because we are actually going to be painting the glue onto our strips of paper. But don't touch it yet. Let's learn the rules for how we're going to make this. Now, on your table, you have colored strips of paper. I need everybody to pick one strip of paper up. It can be any color you want, but go ahead and pick that paper up. Now, if I were to try to attach this to my paper, well, it wouldn't work. Even with a little glue on the ends, it would pop right up. So I need to add something to my strip of paper. I'm going to add little feet. And the way I'm going to do that is by folding the edge of my paper down. So I've got my strip of paper. I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to fold over the end, just like this. Then I'm going to go to the other side and I'm going to do the same thing. Now, my little strip of paper has two little feet and I can use those to add glue. So now that I have two little feet, I hope you have two little feet on your paper, I'm going to pick up my paintbrush and I'm going to use my paintbrush to paint a little glue on the foot of my paper. The only place I'm adding glue is on these little feet. When I dip my paintbrush in the glue, I only need to dip a little bit of the brush, just what we call the bristles. So notice on my brush, I do not have glue on the handle because that would make it super sticky. So only on the bristles of my brush do I have glue. And then I am going to paint a little bit of glue on the foot. Then I'm going to choose a place on my dot. I'm going to stick it down and I'm going to massage that foot down until it sticks. Next, I'm going to dip my brush in my glue again to get just a little bit more glue on. And I'm going to paint a little bit of glue on the other foot, just like that. And then I'm going to stick that foot down and massage it on my paper. Now, I have this piece of paper that is sticking up above my circle, making a little bit of a sculpture. Now I'm going to add to my sculpture, letting my lines and my papers cross over each other. I can allow them to do swirls and whirls. I can fold the paper in different ways to make zigzag lines. I can do lots of fun stuff. But each time I start by making a little foot, just like this. And then painting just a small dab of glue onto the foot before putting it down. I think my blue one, I'm going to put right here. And then let me put paint on the other foot, or not paint, but glue. Silly Mrs. Gleiser. And I'm going to twirl it 1, 2 times and go right through the middle of my orange. Massage that foot down really hard. And now I have a line that's doing a little twirl, kind of like a roller coaster ride. If it starts to pop up, I just need to massage it down a little bit better. There we go. Now, there's so many types of lines I can make. Maybe this one, I want to do a zigzag line. That means it goes back and forth. And to do that, just like I folded my foot, I'm just going to fold it back and forth, over and over again. Back and forth until I end up with what looks like a little zigzag line. Now I can glue this one down. A little bit of glue on the foot. Choose my spot. Massage the foot. Give him a little foot rub. Add a little dab of glue on the other foot. And we don't want this foot to miss out, so we're going to give this foot a little bit of a foot massage as well. All right, friends, so I want you to take your different colors of paper and I want you to make an amazing sculpture for me filled with tons of lines that cross over, that overlap, and do fun things until you like what you have. And I can't wait to see these when you're all done. Remember, make the feet. Paint a little bit of glue on each one. And then give him a little foot massage as you place them down. All right, I can't wait to see them. Have fun.